Okay, I don't even need an introduction to this. You definitely know what iceberg images are, and you probably know what Baldis Basics is. Just one thing I want to note before I start this iceberg is that most of this information I'll be getting is from the fandom Baldis Basics wiki, which helped me on a lot of these topics. Some of them I know a lot about, and others I know like nothing about. But anyways, let's actually just get on to the real video, because this doesn't even need an introduction. Placeface. Placeface is a very iconic Easter egg character in Baldis Basics Classic and Birthday Bash. In Baldis Basics Classic, you can find him in the test room by typing the code 31718, and in Birthday Bash, you can find him in the glitch schoolhouse. He was also used as a testing character in Baldis Basics Classic's development. Not really much else to be said. Slingshot.mec. Slingshot.mec was an unused object in the game where you can possibly use a slingshot to kill Baldi or something. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would have been really sick, but unfortunately we only have a sound effect remaining. Unused subjects. In Baldis Basics Classic, by Mistman12, he reported that there was some unused subjects that he never put into the game. Unfortunately though, yeah, we only got math, and he also thought he would put math instead of subjects like history and science, because it was easy to understand across all the regions, which was the game was going to. 10 jumps. I have no idea what this is, and somehow it's on the top of the iceberg. If anybody knows what this 10 jumps thing is on this iceberg, please let me know, because I have no idea what this is. 31718 code. 31718 code is the code you use to get into the test room in the original version of Baldis Basics, or Baldis Basics Classic. Then you can also find Placeface, and the wall texture says Place the Holder. And yeah, this code's meaning is to mean the date that Mr. Man 12 started working on Baldis Basics Classic, March 17th, 2018. Secret chalkboard. In Baldis Basics Classic, there's a chalkboard hidden outside of the map that says 99, this game has cancer. It's unknown why this was put there, but it also reveals the fact that 99 is some kind of significant number in the series. Divided by. Divided by was an unused quote by Baldi in the original Baldis Basics, and this signifies that you would have been able to do division in the math. File name 2. File name 2 is a secret Easter egg character. Well, not really Easter egg, but he's a secret character from getting the secret ending in Baldis Basics Classic and Birthday Bash, and he tells you to destroy the game and leave it because something terrible happened. Though this character is still mostly a mystery to this day. Unity placeholder graphics. In the game's files, there's a few leftover placeholder Unity graphics from some kind of thing that Mr. Man 12 downloaded when he was trying out the Unity game software to create Baldis Basics, of course. This was first revealed to actually just be placeholder graphics in Tetrabit Gaming's episode of Baldis Basics. But yeah, it's pretty weird, but in reality, it just means no significance. 530450009 code meaning. For some reason, people think that the code that people use in Baldis Basics Classic to stick to the ceiling has meaning, but in my opinion and in reality, it really just has no meaning at all. It's completely worthless. Pre-0.2 supplies closet. In Baldis Basics pre-0.2, the supplies closet in that version was just an empty box with Goddess Sweep in it sometimes. And soon it was changed to be a little bit more decorative and that kind of stuff. Baldi number buttons voice line. I think this is referring to the voices that Baldi makes when you touch numbers on the buttons in Baldis Basics Birthday Bash, but this one's kind of confusing to me. But again, if anybody knows what this is, please put down in the comments because I would just love to know what this means. Zero with prize. Now, Zero with prize actually kind of has a bit of history. In the development of Baldis Basics Classic for the Meta Game Jam, Mr. Man 12 was originally going to use a human as Goddess Sweep, but the finished product artwork didn't turn out as he wanted to, so he just took the Limber Angela broom and he made it Goddess Sweep. Though you can find Zeroth Prize as a texture photo in Baldis Basics Birthday Bash in the Glitch Schoolhouse. Joe's Ultimate Bus Ride. Joe's Ultimate Bus Ride was a cancelled future pinball game that Mr. Man 12 was working on years before Baldis Basics even started development or in any planning phases at all. There are a bunch of screenshots of it and even a video on Mr. Man 12's YouTube channel, but of course the project was put on hold when Mr. Man 12 started developing Baldis Basics. Pre-Kickstarter demo. Before the Kickstarter started, or should I say when the Kickstarter started, I'm pretty sure this is in the referring to when it's like the... I don't even know what I'm saying. What the... Basically, anyways, in the Kickstarter, there was a demo for the Baldis Basics field trip. And that demo, some people think, was actually made before the Kickstarter. It was playable before then. But it was only playable when the Kickstarter for the game started. But I don't know if I'm right or not or anything. So if I'm saying the correct thing or something, please let me know. Because I'm pretty sure I'm saying the wrong thing. But again, I'm just confused. Completely confused. Tape recordings. Before Baldis Basics was released and it was still in development, Mr. Man 12 made some tape recordings on advice to give to the player of basically what each character did in the schoolhouse, kind of like with the phone guy in FNAF. Though these tape recordings never came to be, as when Mr. Man 12 was doing game testing, he saw that most players just didn't pay attention to them, and so he removed them altogether in the end. Revenge of the Crazy Baby. What the hell is this? I tried researching Baldis Basics Revenge of the Crazy Baby, and I could find nothing. Like, literally nothing. I don't even think this is Baldis Basics related, but I don't know. I'm just completely lost on this one. Unused principal voice lines. There's a few unused principal voice lines in the game that were in earlier versions of Baldis Basics, but got removed in later versions of Baldis Basics, possibly due to them not having significance anymore. One of these voice lines is no eating in the halls and no stabbing people with pencils in the halls. And yeah, placeholder door. I'm pretty sure this is referring to the door in Baldis Basics field trip demo, where you can see place faces face behind the door. And yeah, this is just a little secret. Anti-privacy Kickstarter demo. In the Baldis Basics Kickstarter demo, if you did not buy the game in the Kickstarter and you got it from somebody else for free, you would see an anti-privacy screen, or some people were greeted with this anti-privacy screen randomly to just give them a little spooky, scary, ooh. Baldi comics. When Mr. Man 12 was young, he made a lot of Baldi comics and called the character Baltimore because he lived in Baltimore at the time. Most of these Baldi comics you can actually find on Mr. Man 12's Twitter, and some Baldi comics he made himself that got put into some Baldis Basics games. Ball _ spelling. I'm pretty sure this is just some kind of text language for the spelling notebook that was removed, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Bad sum. Now, apparently some people said that bad sum relates to something related to anti-privacy, but I don't know. I hardly believe that because I've researched it and I come up with nothing. But if anybody knows what bad sum means, please tell me, because I have no idea what it is. Version 1.0. Baldis Basics version 1.0 was very different from the version we have today. I mean, it was the version of the game that was revealed in the meta game jam. Unfortunately, Mr. Man 12 on his itch.io page removed the 1.0 version of Baldis Basics Classic, but you can still find it from other people and from other websites as well. Old ANC poster. I think this is relating to some poster that was removed in Baldis Basics Classic, but I don't know. I have no idea what this is. Test defected or test third. I don't even know how to say it. Test defected is basically another secret Easter egg character that again has a bit of history. He was first found in Baldis Basics Birthday Bash as this floating head in the glitch school. In Baldis Basics Plus, he became the character as the test, though it's still unknown if he was used in any test footage or any of that kind of stuff. WarioWare micro mini games. Before Mr. Man 12 started working on Baldis Basics again, he made a lot of WarioWare micro mini games based on some characters he made back then. The only known screenshot of one that we've seen so far is of Tim Tom, and apparently he's going to be featured in a future Baldis Basics update actually, so that's good. Secret stamina bar message. Apparently people have seen some kind of secret message on the stamina meter in Baldis Basics Plus, but for the love of me, I cannot find it. Again, if anybody knows what's going on, please tell me, because I have no idea what's going on. 2016 Baldi voice line. This was the first ever recorded voice line that Mr. Man 12 made of the starting of Baldis Basics and what he think it should be. And he recorded on his old Nintendo DS. But the iceberg says it was made in 2016. According to Tetrabit Gaming and Mr. Man, it was made in 2015 actually. Pirated Ked. I'm pretty sure this is referring to the anti-privacy screen, and that's kind of weird because we've already seen that on this iceberg so far. But whatever, I'm also confused about this one. Color contrast calibration screen. I have no idea what this is. It's some kind of scream of like high contrast or something. I don't know. I'm just completely confused. I'm a CGI pro now. This video was on Mr. Man 12's YouTube channel and got unlisted for unknown reasons, but it was basically testing the 3D model animations of Placeface. Version 1.0 to 1.3.2 lighting. In Baldis Basics Plus, in this time period, which I just mentioned, the lighting in the game is a bit different and pretty realistic, actually. And of course, yeah, that's all to it, the lighting. Spoop Balloon. The Spoop Balloon, or as it was previously called in earlier days, the colored Baldis, are basically these glitch versions of birthday Baldis appeared in Baldis Basics Birthday Bash. And they make all these weird slappy noises and that kind of stuff, and it's kind of weird. But these are even more mysterious than File Name 2, as they're also in different colors. Baldis Basics Smile Basic version. This is apparently some kind of different version of Baldis Basics. I mean, I've never heard of it, and I'm pretty sure it's like fake, or at least it's some kind of mod that's popular, but I have no idea what this is. Unseen Areas hoax. There was a hoax in 2018 when Baldis Basics was still at its peak, where there was a hoax where apparently somebody saw quote-unquote unused areas. Of course, this was just a hoax, and it was proven to be false, obviously. Unlisted Mr. Man 12 videos. Just like the unlisted video I listed up above in the iceberg, there were a ton of other unlisted Mr. Man 12 videos on his channel, again for unknown reasons. Big globes in detention. In Baldis Basics Classic version 1.0, they are apparently supposed to be big globes in the detention room, and I could not find anything at first, but then I actually found that it was real. But it's a real mystery why the globes were so big, but they were changed in future versions of Baldis Basics. Susan. Again, at first I had no idea what this was, but then I remembered that this is the nickname that Kindly Kian, a popular Baldis Basics YouTuber, called Playtime and still calls her today as a nickname in some of his videos. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Slingshot item hoax. Since the slingshot item was scrapped, people are of course going to make a hoax about it, and well, that of course happened. And yeah, again, it was just a hoax, though it looked really cool. Emojis. I think this is referred to some kind of Baldis Basics emojis, but I cannot find anything. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm just stuck on this. 9 out of 7 notebooks. It's supposed to say 9 out of 9 notebooks, but who cares? Basically, what this is referring to is that in the glitch schools in Baldis Basics Birthday Bash, you can collect 2 more notebooks to bring your total up to 9 out of 9 notebooks. And that's basically it. And you need to get these 2 notebooks to further go in the glitch schoolhouse. 1PR_bang and BBIEAL Classic. I have no idea what the hell this is. This is even more obscure than Revenge of the Crazy Baby. But again, if anybody knows what this is, please tell me, because this is probably the one I'm mostly lost in this entire list. Gray windows. Originally, I had no idea what the gray windows are, and so were other people on the comments of the Reddit post where this iceberg was posted. And the creator never said what the gray windows are. But as I'd done some more of my significant Google research, I found that in certain seeds of Baldis Basics Plus, you can find random gray windows due to all the lighting in some of the schoolhouse. It's kind of weird. Challenge demo level generator. There's a few level generator levels in the challenges demo, and so not all of the levels are the same, which is what most people assumed. Which is actually more of a challenge, so you actually have no idea where you're gonna go next. First prize in pre-0.2. First prize was allegedly going to get in Baldis Basics Plus before the 0.2 update, though Mistman12 had some problems with programming him in the game, and he never made it in before pre-0.2 released. Johnny's Cogging. I have no idea what this is, but you probably know who the character Johnny is. He sells you items and stuff like that, and apparently he's cogging at some point in the game. I don't even know. I don't even know what the word cogging means, but if anybody knows what it is, please tell me. DSCI and 4 zeros. I think this is some kind of code in Baldis Basics, but again, I have no idea what the hell this is. As you could probably see by now, the last piece of the iceberg, which is the void, there's going to be a lot of obscure stuff, and even this part of the iceberg was pretty obscure. Bad Sum and Birthday Bash. So, I didn't know who Bad Sum was previously, and him being in Birthday Bash apparently, so I'm just gonna skip this one because I have no idea what the hell it is. It's even more confusing than the previous Bad Sum one on this list. The Lost Comics. Previously, I talked about some of the comics that Mistman12 was making before he started production on Baldis Basics. But there are a few comics that he could not locate and that have been quote-unquote lost. but I don't know why this is so much down here on this list, because it doesn't really have as much significance or something, I don't know. Baldi and Strange Terror of Deep. There is a Easter egg reference to Baldi in the game Strange Terror of Deep, where Baldi is seen as an action figure or some kind of plushie just laying. It's actually a pretty neat reference, but not a lot of people actually know this reference. But I can definitely see why it's on the bottom of the iceberg. Fan-made Baldis Basics Plus test build. So this one is kind of confusing of why it's so down on the iceberg. So the Baldis Basics Plus test build has only consisted of a few screenshots that have been by Mr. Man 12 himself. But no playable version of this build has ever been seen from, well, one video, but that was like in 2018. So somebody made a fan-made Baldis Basics Plus test build based off of all the screenshots and that one video of the test build. But again, I don't know why it's so down here on this list. And if the creator of this iceberg is watching, I definitely think you're not watching, but if you are, why is this so much down here? And this is also kind of confusing. Baldis Basics Pitted Computer Version. It says some kind of version of Baldis Basics that is on the Pitted? I don't even know this, and at this point, this iceberg is already getting too much. So yeah, I have no idea what this. So, you've made it to the end, and I have too, and congrats. This iceberg was pretty weird, honestly, but I don't want to sound like one of those YouTubers who said, "Oh, this took so long to make, blah blah blah." But in honesty, yes, it did take a long time to make. This is actually one of my longest videos of all time, I think. But thank you for also being patient in this video, because it's long. Due to editing and that kind of stuff. If this video gets popular enough, which it probably won't be, but if it does, then I'll probably make some kind of other iceberg video in the future, but I don't know. I just wanted to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.